Oh my god! Oh, what did I make? Oh my god! It looks, guys, it just. Oh my god! It just looks so awesome! Oh, you gotta see it, guys. Oh my god! It looks so epic. Hey, what up guys, it's your buddy Oscar back again with another video, and today in this video, if you guys saw the thumbnail and read the title, you know what we're making. We're making King Tyranno Thunder Dragon Mode Edition. This is the first time this helmet has ever been 3D printed. It's never been made by anybody else because the model has actually been made by my good friend Robert. The original helmet that I did was an art piece from Art of Trent, who also designed this character as well as an evolution. And the model was done by 3D Command Center on Instagram, which I will put all of their IGs right here. So right there, you'll get to see every one of their works, and so right there you can see every piece of work that they've ever done, and maybe you can commission them for something in the future or buy this file from them. So what I decided to do, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something new in this video, something that hasn't been seen before. So I was like thinking to myself, also since I got a commission from Austin St. John, the original Red Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, he actually commissioned me to make a helmet for him of the King Tyranno, which you guys saw in a previous video of the build. I wanted to do this version to see what he thinks and what you think as well of this helmet. This actually was done by Robert, RTJ3D Cosplay. He actually does have a post of it in his Instagram. I don't know if he ever sold the file to anybody else yet, but if you guys are curious and want to purchase this file, you guys can actually contact him on his Instagram and work something out, see if he's actually selling the file at this current time, and if so, I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Right now, we're gonna go right back into my little work area, maybe pick up a little bit of paint at the local Walmart or the Home Depot, because I do need some more paints, because the paint that I'm using is one of the best colors I've ever seen for this type of helmet, and I think we're gonna have a really good time. So what we're basically gonna do is just put this baby on my CR10, get it printing. It might take about 3 to 4 days to actually get. It's a big helmet, has a lot of detail on it. Alright, so guys, so that's what we're gonna do right now. Let's get into the build. Alright guys, so now we have our helmet fully 3D printed. I did it in 3 separate sections just to make the section of the visor area more easily to cut, because there are parts that the visor goes behind the design area of the sides of the helmet. So I wanted to do it that way. That way it's easier to cut, easier to mold, easier to sand, and then weld them together. Because as you can see in this part of the video, I have to move my hand around in certain parts of the helmet, and if I had it completely done into one section, I probably wouldn't be able to maneuver the Dremel around as easily as possible, and it might have given me more work than I needed to. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it using our Dremel and one of our cutting wheels that's basically used for cutting metal, wood, and plastic. So we're gonna use that, and then after that we're going to weld the 2 pieces together and then seal it, add some Bondo on the inside, and then get this baby ready to paint and bling out as much as possible. Alright, so it's the next day. I had to wait a little bit while because rain started coming up and thunder and lightning, so I thought it was best to call it quits for the day. So right now we finally have the visor completely cut out. So what we're going to do just now is do a little bit of Bondo work, some spot putty, some filler primer. Try to get it as smooth as possible today. Hopefully the weather stays nice. I don't know, the weather here in Puerto Rico is always unpredictable. It could be sunny one day and then raining the next. Or should I say sunny 1 hour and raining the next hour, because that's how unpredictable it is. And the power went out yesterday during the lightning storm, so hopefully nothing messes up today. So we're gonna do some sanding right now on this baby. As you can see, the bits of the helmet have a little bit of imperfection from the sanding and from the Dremel and the cutting. So what I want to do is add some spot filler and some Bondo just to get it nice and smooth, and see what we can actually get done today. Alright guys, here what we're doing now is taking our palm sander with some 220 grit sandpaper, smooth out as much of the print lines as we can. But then what we're gonna do is take some of that same 220 grit sandpaper, go by hand and get some of those areas that we can't even reach with the palm sander, try to get it as smooth as possible. That way, then we can start adding the spot filler into the crevices of the crown, into the eyes, and everywhere else where, you know, it wants to be smoothed out where you can't remove a lot of those print lines where your fingers can't really fit into. And then after that, go alongside with some more sanding with some 220s and 400, and then hit it with some nice filler primer.
Alright, so far so good, guys. Added some filler primer to the section. So what we're going to do now is let this thing set and dry for a couple hours. So now we're going to work on the back piece, adding some Bondo. Alright, so we're going to head downstairs into my little work area, and we're going to add some Bondo to the back piece. I would just go do some filler primer, but Bondo will actually add a little bit more strength to the back piece as well. Also, it'll fill in these gaps, these big seams that this filament actually gave me, but no problem, still can fix this. It's easy to work with. Just added some Loctite to adhere the pieces a little bit here. A little Loctite here, a little Loctite over there, and we're gonna be good to go. All right, it's gonna take a little bit of while, maybe an hour, to add some Bondo and sand it so that's nice and smooth. After that, we're gonna add some epoxy putty and add the lashes onto the inside. So yeah, we're almost there, guys. Alright, so now that we have the Bondo on here, so what we're going to do is start off with some 150 grit sandpaper and then finish it with some 220. As soon as it's nice and smooth enough, we're going to go into the wet sanding just to make sure that it's very nice and smooth. Make sure there's no pinholes. If anything, we do have our spot putty on the side. That way we can cover every little inch of it.
"24 hours later."
I'm going to be working on the King Tyranno Thunder Dragon mode helmet, but to do that I want to bling it out a little bit more. I want to do something a little bit more, make that paint pop more. So I'm going to be looking for some metallic gold paint, some specific metallic gold paint, and try the whole white gloss base coat first and then pass on the gold. So maybe it'll give me a more of a smoother metallic shimmer or shine. I don't know, but I want to try it because I really want the gold to pop as much as possible. There are other techniques that I can try, but we're gonna try with the metallic paint. I did see some tutorials this past evening on gold and paint, and I guess depending on the surface, it's how the gold will come out. So if I can get a nice plasticky smoothness, you know, like a nice gloss type of smoothness on top of underneath the gold, so on top underneath the gold paint, so I think it'll be a lot better. And then maybe add some lacquer on top of it will give it that added shine to the gold, yet keeping it, making it looking nice and smooth. So what we're gonna do now is first we're gonna go into Home Depot, get some primer to, you know, fill in those little gaps and pinholes from the Bondo and spot filler. Then we're gonna go into our old trusty Walmart to go find some gold metallic paint by Rustoleum also. So for you guys who are on a budget, don't have a paint sprayer, don't have a air compressor, this is what you got to do to go on a budget to save some money when you can't spend $100 on equipment. So right now we're just gonna go there to these two places, see what we can find, and maybe we can find some extra things that we can use. Alright guys, so I did go inside the Home Depot first, but I kind of forgot the GoPro in the car. I had something on my mind, so I forgot the GoPro in the car. But I did pick up some of the paints. Luckily for me, they had a 2-in-1 filler and sandable primer, so I got that. It was the last one left. They weren't going to have any for another week and a half. So luckily they told me to go into the aisle 14, and they had this. So pretty lucky to get that. Also, I did find this metallic gold. It said it has a bright and reflective finish. So this might be also good for King Tyranno. I know it's not going to match the top, but maybe if I add that high gloss white as a base coat first, I might get a similar type of look and feel to the gold. So, you know, that's what I'm going to try and do. So I have this bright reflective finish metallic gold. Hopefully I can match the way it looks on the top, because if I can match this top, then we have something, guys. We have something, and you guys will have something that you guys can use in your next build. So I guess the next stop is just gonna be Home Depot to find that white high gloss. So luckily I don't forget the camera this time. Hopefully I remember this, take it with me, and, you know, see what we can find over there. Alright guys, so we're here at the local Home Depot, so we're gonna check out the paint area, see if we can find that high gloss. It's really hard to find half the time, so we're gonna see exactly where we're going and see what we can find. Alright guys, so we found the high gloss, ultimate high gloss. Unfortunately they don't have it in any other color except for white, so we're just gonna go with this for right now. They have other ultimate brands, but nothing like ultimate high gloss. Maybe one day. Well, at least I found something here. Always interrupting me when I'm vlogging. Alright guys, so it's the next day later, and what we're gonna do now is add the gold to this baby, add a clear coat, that way we can avoid any of the paint coming off when I tape it again, to add the silver or chrome detail for this helmet. So basically what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be using some of our Rustoleum gold metallic paint, which is a bright glossy paint. So they say, I don't know for sure, because I just found it just recently, found it at the store, got it at Home Depot, bought it, brought it back home, and haven't used it yet. So we're going to be using it on this baby, and we're going to, so basically what we're going to do is that we're going to take the gold, we're going to cover in sections that we need to cover. Everything is taped off that doesn't have to be gold. And then after that, we're going to put another clear coat on this, and then tape it off again to add the silver details, or maybe the chrome, because I think the chrome is a nice touch to give it that more of a bling type of feel. So we're gonna do that right now, and we're basically gonna see how this baby turns out. Oh my god! Yo, what did I make?
Alright guys, so we finally have our Thunder Dragon mode helmet finally finished. It took about a week and a lot of time, and some hiccups were here and there during the weather, but we finally got it finished within just 1 week's time. And there were a few things that were unexpected that I was hoping would come out, but it didn't come out the way I wanted. Specifically, the gold. I really wanted this gold to come out shiny and chromish kind of look and feel, but unfortunately, the paint can lies. The paint can't lies. Maybe in the future I will get an airbrush and use some of a chroming technique that I found on eBay and on YouTube. I did see a video and then I found the material on eBay. But I'm going to try it out first before I do a video for you guys. That way we can see if it actually does the technique of a little bit of a mirrored golden look to it, you know? But everything else came out incredibly. I like the gloss on the gold. It came out so nice. And everything else, the silver right here came out a little bit of a darker. That way the lip comes out looking a little bit darker than the bottom lip. And the red is very nice and glossy. It's another brand from Dupli color this time. It's actually Dupli color. It's a metallic chrome that some people use for motor parts, believe it or not. So that actually came out nice. And the clear coat, so beautifully with the gloss and everything. And the visor is nice and snug into the fit. And I gotta say, if Austin St. John sees this, I hope that he actually likes it, because having him ask me for that commission for the original King Tyranno helmet made me want to pursue making this build, which was modeled by my good friend Robert, RTJ3D Cosplay, and the character being created by Artertran, also on Instagram. These guys did an amazing job in creating this character. Artertran probably didn't even expect this character to ever be made into a physical helmet, but I gotta say, I'm very impressed and I love the way it looks. This will probably be like a nice display piece for my shelf. I'm probably never gonna wear this particular one. Probably rather just keep it on the shelf as a display piece. Maybe 3D print a stand with a plaque that says King Tyranno Thunder Dragon mode and everything. Maybe make a morpher for it as well. Who knows? But I do have a lot of files. I have the sword and everything that I will be doing in a next video. Do the King Tyranno prop for that, as well as a Gold Ranger shield, and maybe King Tyranno shield as well in the future. You never know. If Austin St. John tells me that he wants me to make this, I'll make a video for it for you guys. So that would be awesome. So this thing came out beautiful. I'm so proud of this. I can't wait for Robert and Artertran and Austin St. John and every one of you guys out there to see this and tell me what you think. So remember, when you see this video and you see how this thing goes, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Tell me your thing. Hit that like button if you think that this helmet is awesome. Hit that like button to make sure that you like and support these builds, guys. But without that, everything is finished. Everything is done. I had a good time with it. I hope you guys had fun watching this video and enjoying it, and you learned something along the process, because I always like to show you guys on how to do these builds and everything. So I hope that you guys keep moving forward with your cosplays. Do what you need. If you have any questions, make sure to leave those questions down in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.